Okay, we're here with Brandon Paulson to talk about the draw for tomorrow's National Championships in Arlington, Texas. Brandon, can you talk a little bit about our two seeded wrestlers that are going tomorrow, C.P. Schlater at 66 and Andy Besick at 74, what their draws look like?
CP's draw, he got the number 2 seed. Number 1 seed is Glenn Garrison. He's wrestled quite a few times. Unfortunately, Harry Lester and Farouk Saheen, neither one of them made weight, so they're moving up. So CP, I know, was looking forward to wrestling both of them and get another crack at him after another year of Greco. He's had a lot of success lately and is raring to go. You know, on his side, he actually has a world champion, Joe Warren, who was moving up from 60 to 66 for this tournament. That could be a challenge if they meet. They wouldn't meet till the semifinals. Another very talented former junior national champ, Rivon Perkins from Nebraska, is on his side. CP's just got to do his job. He's ready to go. He's done everything right, lives right, practices right. He had a great weight cut, feels great. So he's just got to go out there and do his job, and I think he'll be successful.
How about his training partner, Pat Smith? What kind of a draw did Pat get?
Pat's on the other side of CP, which is good because they train together all the time. He will have Garrison. If they each win, he would have Glenn Garrison, the number 1 seed, in the quarterfinals, which I'm sure Pat will be looking forward to. He's a grinder and loves to try to grind out those points. And with the new rule changes, you know, I think it fits his style pretty well, where you're not going to go to parterre after a minute and a half if you have gotten scored on. It's a full 2 minutes on the feet, which I think is good for Pat. So he's really looking forward to getting out there and battling. So.
How about Andy Besick? How did Andy do in the draw today?
Well, Andy made weight great. He looked fine, always in a good mood, and he got the 2nd seed. He had the number 1 guy last year, Jake Fisher, who actually broke his ankle right before the World Championships. He did not make, or he moved up. I don't think it was a case where he's trying to go down. I think he didn't have enough time to get his weight down after recovering from injury. So Ben Provisor, a young guy who was number 2, he actually won nationals last year as a number 1 seed, and Andy got the number 2 seed. Now Harry Lester, who moved up from 66, is a number 3 seed at 74. He's had a lot of success at 74 kilos. He's made a world team at 74 kilos. He's beaten world medalist up at 74 kilos. So he is going to be a force. Now, Andy did beat him at the NYAC in the finals, and Harry beat Andy at the Sunkist in the finals. So it could be a rematch. They still have 3-4 matches to get to that match. And actually, marquee matchup for the first round. Former world medalist Andre Metzger, which I believe was back in the 70s or early 80s, wrestles Harry Lester first round. So that could be an interesting matchup. Kendrick Sanders is also on Andy's side. Him and Harry would meet up before Andy would wrestle either one of them. Kendrick is a young guy with a great reverse lift. He reminds everybody of T.C. Damsler, who most people know was a Olympian, and very explosive and is very dangerous. So, you know, both of our guys that are seeded are going to have rough roads, but I think they're both ready to go.
How about when do the rest of the Storm wrestlers weigh in?
Rest of the Storm wrestlers weigh in tomorrow. We have, I think, 5 guys at 84 kilos, so it should be interesting. All 5 are very competitive and could all do very well. They could all place in the top 8. I actually expect them all to place in the top 8. So having 5 out of 8, it will be a challenge for Dan and I the next day. But they will weigh in tomorrow along with the heavyweights and 211. We have Jake Kettler at heavyweight, and then all over 84 kilos. It will be a great tournament. So we are excited to go tomorrow. We will get back to you tomorrow and hopefully with some great results.